Something very strange is taking place in the Atlantic Ocean. Black hole shock, an anomaly larger than a city spiraling through the Atlantic Ocean revealed. Scientists discovered the mathematical equivalent of a black hole larger than a city swirling through the waters of the Atlantic Ocean. Black holes are regions of space-time, as we know, exhibiting gravitational acceleration that is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape it. It appears they're not much different from whirlpools in oceans known as eddies, which are so tightly surrounded by circular water paths that nothing caught up in them can escape either. Researchers from ETH Zurich and University of Miami initially spotted the anomaly back in 2013. They were using sequence of satellite observations from the southern Atlantic Ocean. Series of the Bright Side channel on YouTube said what it revealed and it found since. They said you might not need to fly to space if you want to take a closer look at a black hole. Scientists have found something very similar to black holes in the southern Atlantic Ocean. The black hole has such an enormous gravitational pull that once something gets pulled in it, it does not have any chance to escape. Even light can't get out of the black hole, and ocean black holes seem to be as powerful as their space relatives. But instead of catching the light, they do the same thing with water. The eddy is the swirling of a fluid and the reverse current created when the fluid is in a turbulent flow. The channel says ocean eddies are massive whirlpools that are spinning against the main current. They usually swirl billions of tons of water, and most of them are larger than a whole city. And that's how they discovered the borders of several eddies. After that, they managed to prove that mathematically these whirlpools are the same as mysterious black holes in space. And the series went on to say that more ways that phenomena is similar to black holes. There are more ways that they seem similar. It says massive eddies are surrounded by super tight barriers where the fluid is moving in closed loops. Even water can't get out of the inside of these loops. And that's why tight ocean vortices play the role of huge containers, gigantic containers. Water inside them can be totally different from the ocean surrounding an eddy. But black hole-like ocean eddies are surprisingly stable and serve as water taxis for all kinds of microorganisms, oil and plastic waste from one part of the ocean to another. And we can see various things going on here. Here we're looking at North America, South America, the Atlantic Ocean, and various. Okay, here we have the sulfur dioxide concentrations that we can see here. And most of this, as we can see, is China and Russia. China and Russia. Here a tremendous amount from China. I mean, there to me, okay, we have another, of course, where half of the population of the United States is located, right there. And let's go to the, shall we go to the particulates, see what's coming out of, for example, okay, this is what we usually have coming out of, okay, Africa. The sands of Africa, you can see that coming all the way across the Atlantic towards Latin America and even Central and North America. Look at this. All these sands are being carried this way and even this way. Let's go to air. These are the air currents. Let's take a look at Antarctica. Right there. That is very strange, isn't it? Look at that all around. These are strange whirlpools right there. But that's the air. That's not the water. Okay, let's go back here. And let's go to the ocean. Ocean currents. And let's go back to this area here, Antarctica. See what's happening there. And the north, and let's go to the currents. Okay, here we have a beautiful array of whirlpools. There you go. Look at this. And this big one here. The equator, as you can see. Amazing, isn't it? And we have another array here towards north of Hawaii, just off Japan, as you can see there as well. Let's go back to Antarctica. And going back across this area. So most of them are around the Atlantic and just off Japan, as we can see. Let's go in further. You can even see some, oh, you saw some here? Pick off the waves. Put on the currents. Okay, let's go in more. You can even see them here. There's other ones there, but these are the ones that are most intense. The ones that are, okay, this is 1.3 meters per second. The blue is much slower, but you can see even underneath you have other ones here. But these are pretty these are pretty strong here. These are pretty strong. Even the one in the Gulf of Mexico is very strong. It's right here, 1.4 meters per second. Okay, there you go. That's I'll leave a link below for Null School. You can see various nice things here. But here we see this very clearly. This is real time, by the way. You can see the other things here. You can see the blue underneath. Those are other whirlpools, and they're very huge. They're not city. They're actually half a state big. So I'll leave this below for you as well. Thank you. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.